Hello everyone, it's time to talk about something that's very important in Norwegian. Time! How to express time the right way. Give me a sec, I'll put that right there where it stays. Excellent. So, what we're going to discuss today is something that I hear a lot of my students are mistaken quite often, and it's something that's a lot of cause of confusion with a lot of people. It doesn't matter what level you are, if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, fluent Norwegian, these things are so important, and I'm saying that out of experience. So for example, in English you got the past tenses, right? How to express the past tense with the person you're talking to, right? An hour ago, for example, or in an hour, or duration. These are the time expression. Very, very sensitive and extremely important to get correct. So let's take a look at them, shall we? It's very, very easy to do. Norwegian language, very, very easy, thankfully. So the first one we got is this one, very, very easy. For, then you insert the time right there, and then siden. So let's say, for example, I ate an hour ago. Jeg spiste for en time siden. Doesn't matter what it is. Jeg leste for en time siden. Jeg spilte inn en film for 2 dager siden. See, just put in the time right there, and that's it. Always concluded, and you will be using the verb tense of preteritum for this one quite specifically. It's always, that'll be the third past tense version, right? Gjorde, spiste, leste, snakket, dro. All of these past tenses you'll insert right there. Just remember, include this one. Both of them is package deal. For ett år siden, for 5 minutter siden, right? Jeg sang for 3 dager siden. Always with the time, and uke, doesn't matter. Just remember, for, and then the time, siden. Very, very easy, just straight out, and there you go. And that's the combination how you get the past tense a go. And you'll be very specific with that, so that the person you're talking to knows that what you're talking about, right? So we include both of these, and your Norwegian is gonna sound much, much better. What I hear a lot of people will do, they will just use this one, because in English it's just a go, right? So they will just use this one. They will say like, jeg kjørte 5 minutter siden, right? Better, jeg kjørte for 5 minutter siden. I drove 5 minutes ago, right? Very, very easy. Jeg snakket med han for en dag siden. Very easy, right? Just remember, both of these two comes in, and then whichever time you need when it comes to seconds, minutes, days, years, doesn't matter. Just insert straight in. On to the next one. Future. This one, very, very easy to do. So simple. Every time you want to express that something is happening in the future, you will just use this. Yeah, I know, has a little bit more usages. For example, you use it for about, it's used as for lead setting, it's a little bit tricky, but it's also used for time. So this is like, so here is important to keep this Norwegian. I hear a lot of people mix with the English here. No. Keep this Norwegian by itself. So for example, jeg skal gjøre det om en time. See here, I use the past tense. Jeg skal gjøre det om en time. Jeg skal dra dit om en uke. Right? That is for the future. Expressing this will happen in the future. Jeg skal legge ut denne YouTube-filmen om cirka en time. See here, always Jeg skal spise om 2 timer. See? Or you don't always need skal, right? Vi kjører om 5 minutter. See, we'll be driving in 5 minutes. Always. Very easy. That expresses that perfectly and will be super clear, and the person in the region you're talking to, expressing yourself, will thank me for this, because I know it's very confusing when someone messes around with these to get understood. Not that easy. Alright. So The third one and final one, see here, duration. Now this one's important. Just E. That's it. Doesn't matter. So this goes to duration. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky for some of my students specifically, like, because this one, like, in English you have 4 an hour. We will be driving 4 or 5 hours or so on. That's not the one you use. No. I in Norwegian. Vi skal kjøre I 5 timer. That's duration. Like, how long were you there? Hvor lenge var du der? Vi var der I en uke. Jeg bodde I Vietnam I 2 år. There I'm expressing duration, right? Jeg har vært her I 2 måneder. Jeg var I Istanbul I 1 måned. Jeg var I Georgia I sånn cirka 1 år. See here, that's past tense with var, but still I because it expresses duration, how long I was there. Just keep it simple, make it Norwegian and language learning much easier instead of mixing them, and just a lot of people try to translate, it gets all tricky. Just think duration I. Now, that can also be used for the future, right? Vi skal være der I 2 uker. Hear that? Hear the E, right? And also, it's always the answer to the question, hvor lenge, how long will you be there? Vi skal se på film I 2 timer, right? So there, vi må jobbe, vi må lære norsk I minst 30 minutter hver dag. See there, E comes in always for expressing duration. Future, it could be now, right? Jeg har snakket nå, let's look at the time on the camera. I 6 minutter, right? Denne filmen har vart I 6 minutter. Si I, right? Jeg startet å filme YouTube-filmen for dere for 7 minutter siden. Og om 2 minutter er vi nok sikkert ferdig. See? Simple. See? Very easy. Just keep them straightforward. For siden, om for future, I for duration. Very straightforward. No fuss, no muss. It's just straight out, not that complicated. Just like a lot of the difficulties because you have, like, Norwegian English is so similar, so people tend to mix these, right? Like in English you got in an hour and then they start saying E, and then the boss gets all confused because you asked for time off in 1 week, but no, you asked for the time off now, but you thought it would be like, so you get all confused there because you're saying something that sounds perfectly fine for the Norwegian ear, but there's confusion. I know this specifically while asking for when will the bus be there in Russian one time, and I'm like, like they were mixing up these time expressions. I was like, in an hour? Are we driving for an hour? Are we going to be there in 2 hours? What's happening here? Like, I have no clue what was going on. So these things, mastering them just makes life so much easier. Communication, everything flows much better. Alright, thank you for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Ciao.